Hey everyone, this is Chris, MTGO's Rexstar, and we're going to be back looking at some replays. And hey, just in time since they're about to take MTGO down for the night. Let's go in here, and Kuma has sent me replays of a couple of his matches, and he's already told me which the better matches are. So we're able to focus on that. Here he is in round one against GQ's Human List. It was basically a white weenie deck. And GQ is going to lead off with the plains. Kuma's got a forest into Wasteland Viper. And he needs a second land to really make this one go. If he does, he's in pretty good shape, though. He can get that Sylvan Library down. Now, I do think GQ's list has War Priest of Thune in it, possibly. But barring that, the Sylvan Library should be able to buy him out, but he's going to be under a lot of pressure here. Yavimaya Coast, very nice there. And here comes the Sylvan Library. No, he's going to play the Sacred-Tribe Elder. Try to mana ramp a little bit. And of course he can block and chump, save a little bit of damage here, so not a bad choice. Lets him beat in with the Wasteland Viper. You could have just held the Wasteland Viper back there and probably went ahead and played out the library. I don't know, this may be right. Then if you have the library, then you have Sacred-Tribe Elder's shuffle effect after that, and so if you hit a couple things you don't want, then you can shuffle them away with the Elder. Of course, you can also manipulate with the library your clashes on Whirlpool Whelm. Odric coming down from GQ, and Odric has sort of a super or super bad battalion, depending on how you want to look at it. 3 other creatures have to attack with him in order to basically just make all of your opponent's blocks terrible, or just alpha strike for nothing. Now the natural order plan here, understandable if that was just his game plan to go for Simic Sky Swallower right off the bat, that he just wanted to ramp with the Sacred-Tribe Elder earlier. And Odric, Kabira, Vindicator, and Adaptive Automaton now on the field. The Adaptive Automaton pumping everybody else. Now here comes the Sylvan Library, and Sky Swallower is going to beat in. He's going to need 3 turns to take him down. And GQ's got a Daru encampment up there. It's a land that gives a soldier creature +1/+1 for 1 white and tapping it, in case you can't see it on the screen. An oldie from Onslaught Block, which is sort of the first time that Soldier Tribal was explored. And one of the things I think I mentioned in a piece I'm doing next week is about how Soldier Tribal has changed over the years. It's Mia Hitler's hyper aggro version tends to dominate now, but there was a time when it was more about linear aggro, lords and that sort of business. Alright, so the Whirlpool Whelm coming down on the Kabira Vindicator, and he decided to return it to his hand. Alright, Sylvan Library finding him, and be careful with that. Don't want to lose any life. Cavern of Souls comes down naming Snake. But he's going to go ahead and cast out Tamiyo here, and he can use that to keep Odric tapped down if he wishes. And he does indeed wish to do that. Now GQ is going to replay the Kabira Vindicator. But at this point, Kuma only needs 1 more swing with the Sky Swallower to take this game down, and so the Tamiyo being able to tap down Odric, and of course the bounce on the Vindicator was obviously key there, because that kept his opponent from being able to threaten lethal damage here, so that Kuma can go ahead and come in here for the win. So, that's taking care of GQ in round 1. Now, Slug sent in the match here between his wall deck and Kuma's Snakes. So let's take a look at this. Now, Slug's got a lot of these, 2-mana walls. It's a nice control. You get a good game against aggro that way, and then his Slug's finishers are a bunch of Planeswalkers and Martial Coup. Alright, bounce land into a Lotus Cobra. Hey, look, bounce lands work pretty well with landfall, it turns out. Some of you might know from playing Pauper for the landfall deck there. Alright, he whirlpools there, and the clash shows a natural order beating a Sphinx's Revelation. One of the most expensive clashes in Magic the Gathering Online right there. I think that's about $70 worth of cards clashing. Alright, now Kuma's got a Wasteland, and that's going to be big because now Slug is basically locked down. And we've got another land into a Lotus Cobra, but he doesn't do anything with that mana. Nope, he does do it. He natural orders into the Sky Swallower. Oh, I forget that the bounce land taps for 2. So, Sky Swallower in. Now the Wall of Tanglecourt, if he had green, could chump that. He's certainly not going to be able to shackles that, so he's in a world of hurt. Needs something like Wall of Denial, I guess, to get there, and he does not. So Simic Skyswallower, natural order, turns out that's pretty good. And again, Simic Skyswallower really can close out the game pretty quickly. That is one of the reasons that both me and Kuma have used him in our Snake Trap deck as a finisher, because he's very hard to deal with, and again, trample flying, he's going to finish the game off in a few turns, provided you've been able to poke a little other damage through. So anyways, join me in part 3 where we're going to take a look at the final replay that Kuma sent in.